Einstein has just become the world's first time traveler.
In der Vergangenheit lehre ich mein jüngeres Ich die Geheimnisse des Zeitreisens.
Future can be seen.
Camera spits out a photo of us in the future.
Sent me to the wrong year.
Dudes, you guys are gonna go back in time.
Yeah!
You go into a dark place, clench your fists, think of the moment you're going to, and you'll find yourself there.
Who sent you?
You did.
You know, there's something I haven't told you about the night we made that
Please,
tape.
Buddy, don't tell me. No man should know too much about his own destiny.
You don't understand.
Forget all that. We can have a future together.
Would you kill him to save thousands?
You want to know what we're going to do tomorrow?
No, I can't. Sometimes we do things, we don't know how we got to that. No, I can't. Can't what? I can't think of any reason why I would.
Time catches up to all of us.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style?
Netflix's mind-boggling German series Dark took concepts of time travel paradoxes to new depths. While we ardent fans are kinda happy with how things turned out in the third season, we would have been certainly happier if the series prolonged a bit more. Since many of you still haven't watched the series, we're not going to go into spoilers. Instead, we're going to discuss the 5 best time-traveling movies that Hollywood has offered over the course of time. We have specifically chosen movies where the protagonist or supporting casts have traveled to a different time in person and not through conscience. So although Source Code, X-Men Days of Future Past and Arrival fall in our list of favorites, they don't make it to today's list. The same goes for movies stuck in the loop. So adios to classics like Groundhog Day and Edge of Tomorrow and the mind-bending Primer. This one had to be on the list. James Cameron's groundbreaking sci-fi actioner is far more grounded and low-key than its sequel, but the Terminator still packs a punch all these years later. Back in 1984, the idea of an AI sending an almost indestructible robot to kill the mother of an unborn child was pretty ahead of its time, and the film, now turned into a giant franchise, has gone on to be a timeless classic. The raw intensity with which Arnold portrayed this character made it iconic. Many other actors have taken on the role of the rogue Terminator, but even today, when we think Terminator, it's Arnie that comes to mind.
I'm a friend of Sarah Connor. I was told that she's here. Could I see her, please?
No, can't see her. She's making a statement.
I'll be back.
Director Rian Johnson has always showcased an impeccable mix of ambition and meticulousness, never allowing his reach to exceed his grasp. Looper marked Johnson's first foray into the sci-fi genre, and he did so with vigor, offering up a twisty time-traveling story, taking the premise of what would you do if you went back in time and met your younger self. When time travel is only available on the black market, the mob sends those who want to get rid of 30 years into the past. When they arrive, a hitman named Joe, played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, is waiting to clean up the mess. Things start to get complicated when Joe faces his older self, played by Bruce Willis, who arrives as one of his victims. Looper manages to be fairly unpredictable for its subject matter and is thoroughly entertaining and thought-provoking.
You just got your life back! My life! Your life! Becoming you! God damn it! He's gonna take everything you got and everything I got! See what he becomes! I haven't seen that yet.
Terry Gilliam's 1995 film 12 Monkeys remains the most memorable entry in the genre of time travel rather than his other classic Time Bandits. The sci-fi drama combines Gilliam's more odd sensibilities with gritty and grounded time travel, resulting in a dirty and unforgettable experience. Brad Pitt delivers a pretty phenomenal performance as a maybe crazy mental institution patient, while Bruce Willis plays a future prisoner sent back in time but to the wrong year to discover the origins of a deadly virus that has ravaged the earth.
Never seen him before in my life. Feel free to torture this man or whatever it is you do.
I'm here about some monkeys.
Filmmaker Robert Zemeckis' 1985 original takes the universal idea that we are never able to truly know what our parents were like when they were our age, and adds his usual dash of insane ambition by playing out that time travel story. And given the hardships during production, it's crazy that the movie turned out as great as it did. Michael J. Fox was a revelation, and Christopher Lloyd was perfect, and Leah Thompson was so good that we forgot that she was playing Marty's mom. It was hilarious and new and different and inventive, but it was also rooted in universal truths that makes it so relevant throughout the decades.
You must not see anybody or talk to anybody. Anything you do could have serious repercussions on future events. Do you understand?
Yeah, sure.
Have you interacted with anybody else today besides me?
Yeah, well, I might have sort of bumped into my parents.
Let me see that photograph again of your brother. Just as I thought. This proves my theory. Look at your brother.
It's like it's been erased.
Erased from existence.
Before we mention our top pick, here are 3 honorable mentions. Director Richard Curtis had previously melted our hearts with Love Actually and Pirate Radio, but About Time brought the filmmaker back to his 4 weddings and a funeral roots, which he wrote. The film provides a unique way by focusing on a very earnest relationship between a father and son. The romantic comedy portion between Domhnall Gleeson and Rachel McAdams is the hook, but the relationship between the time-traveling father and son Gleeson, Bill Nighy, is the film's tear-jerking heart. The film follows an astronaut crew who crash lands on a desolate planet where the apes have taken over as the dominant species of the planet, leaving humans to be the more primitive race. The film is rife with socio-political commentary which continued throughout its underrated sequels. It wasn't until that final jaw-dropping last scene when audiences realized that Charlton, Heston's astronaut Taylor, hasn't simply stumbled upon a planet made of apes. He's traveled into a future Earth, and that ending, which paints the rest of the film in a whole new light, is what solidifies it as a classic. A goofy but lovable entry, this film has Keanu Reeves and Alex Winters playing the floundering high school students. The pair uses a time machine to travel back in time and put together a report for history class that will earn them an A+, one that involves bringing a group of famous historical figures back with. The concept may seem ridiculous, but the absurdity is what makes to the honorable mentions. This is the ultimate time traveling movie. The plot can grow nowhere close to where Dark has taken the concept of time travel, but it can certainly rank second in the race for mind-bogglingness. A time traveler who changes his gender over the period of time only to fall in love with himself or herself, whichever you guys prefer, to give birth to himself sounds confusing? Then do check out this gem of a movie. Close attention to detail will pay off when watching this movie, and intricacy often makes for the best time travel film.
Snake that eats its own tail forever and ever. You're here to create history and influence what is to come. But I don't think I can do it. You are more than an agent, you're a gift, and given to the world through a predestination paradox.
So I guess that wraps it up. What do you guys think? Did I miss any that you think should be on the list? Let me know in the comments below.
Am Ende bekommen wir alle, was wir verdient haben.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Click on the little bell icon to be notified whenever a new one comes out. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. I'll see you guys next time.